Hi everyone, it's Michelle from Country Morning Creations. I'm back again with another video. I started doing these monthly journals. I think I started with the January one, making these for myself. So if you go back to some of my previous videos, you'll see that I like to journal month by month. I can't wrap my brain around a really big thick journal that I feel like I'm obligated to fill every page. So what I did, I created a folio using Nick the Booksmith's folio course, and it holds two journals, basically two traveler's notebook size journals. So this one, just as a review, if you haven't seen my videos before, is kind of a calendar, if you will, and it's got a couple of things in it. And then I keep a second one, and this is what I use to actually journal in. So my January journal looks like this, and this is also from Nick the Booksmith. It's actually a free printable that she has because it went with a bill paying thing, so that's on her Flickr. And then this is also from Nick, and this says hope is the thing with feathers, and she has a couple of other printables where you can get words and numbers and things like that. And then I'm using up this Tim Holtz Wallflower paper pack. I love this, and it makes a great cover for my traveler's notebooks that I'm putting in here. So this was my January one, and then my February one is still in here because I still have about a week left in February, and this one has enjoy the simple things, and I pinned a little heart to it. And then on the back I also just left it blank, and then as you can see, it's getting pretty full. It's about time for the end of the month. So I will pull that one out at the end of this month and put the new one in. They're all simply held in with elastic. Let's see if I can get to the middle here. Find my middle. Maybe easier said than done. There's my middle. So there, you can see here, they're all held in by elastic, and it's really easy to slip things in and out of it. So my March one is, I'm calling this one Herbarium, and I'm just going to shift my camera a little bit and show you why I'm really anxious for spring. This is what is outside my window. It is just snow everywhere. So you can see that I really am longing for spring and flowers and things of that nature. So I will give you a flip through of my herbarium for March. So I moved the month down here, and I actually did put a metal book plate here. Herbarium is actually, again, from a Nick the Booksmith thing. And then on the back, I put a little number up here, and then this one down here, this says, I never saw an ugly thing in my life, for let the form of an object be what it may. Light, shade, and perspective will always make it beautiful. So that's kind of where I'm feeling right now. And this will just be a quick flip through of what this looks like blank. I did use the Nick the Booksmith Herbarium digital prints as well, and I love these because you can print a single one on a single side. She has a whole lot of them on her Etsy store, so if you want some of those, you can grab those from her. I did put a little piece of cardstock because I did actually use real brads in this and put them through the cardstock. So that's just to cover the back of the brads, and I kind of think it looks pretty cool. So I have some digital stamping in here. I left a lot of pages blank because I will go back in and fill them. I did a whole nother thing on why I love putting these flips in here. This is a piece of dictionary from a secretary's book from the 1930s that I have. And you'll see here that it has the month of March in it. March, the third month of the year, having 31 days. It's a pretty simple dictionary definition. Another thing I did is I have some Tim Holtz, what are these called? Stencils So I did some stenciling. I have two that are kind of botanical themed. So you'll see these stencils throughout here. And so this is one of those Tim Holtz stencils, another digital stamp. I mostly chose the flowers out of here. So on this side, again, I have stenciling. This side is a digital stamp. And you know, if you follow me at all, I have to have my tracing paper. I love the sound it makes. And I was actually able to do a digital stamp on my tracing paper this time. I have another flip. This is just some of that same Tim Holtz paper that I used for the cover, but that's the inside of it. So it's the other side. And I just stitched that along there. I wanted to have a little bit of sewing, but mostly I was trying to keep this blank for writing and journaling. More digital stamping, more stenciling. And then this is the center of the signature. This is a piece from Edith Holden, one of her Edith Holden books. And in the middle, this time I used, this is crochet thread, if you will. This is actually left over from my grandmother. My grandmother was putting together some pieces using this crochet thread, and this is a piece of it. And then she took these and combined them together. And my mom recently gave this to me, so I wanted to use this thread actually in this journal. And then I left the center long, and I added two charms. This one is a tree, and this one just has some stones in it. But this one has, I think it's 6 stones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's got 7 stones in it. And this one has a tree. So I thought those were just kind of a nice touch to have in the center. More digital stamping, more stenciling. So I kind of kept this one much more simple. There's no lace in this. This is some Tim Holtz tissue paper. It's actually for collaging. It's his collage paper. I did stitch that on, and some more digital stamping over on this side. Another flip that I actually went ahead and sewed down, so I have a tuck spot there. Some more stenciling. Some more digital stamping. Aren't these just gorgeous? I love all of these. And so again, like I said, this was Herbarium. This is more of that dictionary page. Another digital stamp on that page. Another stencil, real lightly done here. So the reason I did this stenciling this way is it's really light and I can write over it and it won't interfere with the writing. And then we get to the back page, and that is the end. So I hope you've enjoyed a flip through of my March Herbarium, and I hope that I have inspired you to be creative today.